Why are billionaires selling off stocks and building massive survival bunkers? Michael Snyder reports. If you want to determine what people believe, don't listen to what they say. Rather, closely watch what they are actually doing. In recent days, the stock market has been hovering near all-time record highs, and business leaders have been assuring us that good days are ahead. But meanwhile, many of our most famous billionaires have been doing things that indicate that they're extremely concerned about what's coming in the future. For example, during the first 2 months of the year, Jeff Bezos, Jamie Dimon, and Mark Zuckerberg have all sold big chunks of shares in their own companies. Amazon's Jeff Bezos, JP Morgan's Jamie Dimon, and Meta's Mark Zuckerberg all have sold big chunks of shares in their own companies. How come? Bezos is way out in front after offloading 50 million shares of Amazon in just 9 trading days this month, pocketing an estimated $8.5 billion. Zuckerberg cashed in almost 1.8 million shares of his social media empire for more than $400 million in the last 2 months of 2023. JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon joined the club this month, jettisoning about 822,000 shares of the bank he leads for about $150 million. If these men believe that the U.S. economy is going to thrive and their companies will continue to grow, it would make sense to just sit back and let their portfolios increase in value. Meta stock has soared by 186% over the past year. JP Morgan is up nearly 30%, and Amazon has surged close to 90%. All 3 companies are trading close to record highs. Well, maybe they want to cash in on the highs, actually. Now, these men did not become filthy rich by being stupid, and selling at the peak of the bubble certainly would not be stupid. But is that the only reason why these billionaires are feverishly liquidating their shares? In recent weeks, much has been made of the fact that Zuckerberg and his wife are constructing an absolutely massive survivalist compound in Hawaii. The following comes from Time magazine. Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg and his wife Priscilla Chan, co-founder and co-CEO of Chan Zuckerberg Initiative, plan to build a 5,000 square foot underground shelter on their Hawaii ranch with its own energy and food supplies, according to a Wired investigation published earlier this month. The plan is that the shelter's door will be made of metal and filled with concrete, common in bunkers and bomb shelters, the news outlet reported in its extensive article citing planning, documents, and interviews. So why is Zuckerberg going to such effort? Does he know something that the rest of us don't? Yes, it's true that Zuckerberg has always been more than a little bit eccentric, but many other ultra-wealthy individuals are also preparing for doom. In fact, Sam Altman and Peter Thiel both seem to be extremely alarmed about the times that are approaching. To keep himself safe, Altman keeps a stash of the usual doomsday prepper fare, including antibiotics and water, as well as some more unusual goods. He told the founders of the startup Shipemate, per the New Yorker, "I try not to think about it too much, but I have guns, gold, potassium iodide, antibiotics, batteries, water, gas masks from the Israeli Defense Force, and a big patch of land in Big Sur I can fly to," he said. He also said he and PayPal co-founder Peter Thiel have an arrangement, quote unquote, to flee to one of the Thiel's luxury properties in New Zealand in the event of the end of the world comes about. So why would Sam Altman need guns and gas masks? And why would he need potassium iodide? Exactly what does he expect to happen? Other billionaires are going to even greater extremes. Al Corby, the founder and president of Strategically Armored and Fortified Environments, says that he is currently working on an island fortress, quote unquote, for one client that will have a very deep moat around it filled with highly flammable liquid. Corby, who worked at the palatial 27th floor, $4.8 billion Mumbai residence of business mogul Mukesh Ambani of Reliance Industries, reveals to THR that his most spectacular project, due to be completed in 2025, is an island fortress created on a 200-acre property in the US with cutting-edge tactical systems. This shelter can withstand a blast 1 mile from ground zero, says Corby, but that was almost incidental. The client, a business mogul, was saying, I want to make sure that no one can get to my family. So we wound up literally buying a 30-foot deep lake around the compound, skimming with a lighter than water flammable liquid that can transform it into a ring of fire. The only access to the island is a swing bridge. I have to admit, that sounds pretty cool. I just hope that they have figured out how to keep the fire from escaping the moat. The property will also have water cannons that can take down parachuters. Also at Corby's project, there are water cannons that can take down parachuters, Apache helicopters, whatever's coming your way, 500 feet in the air, he says. And then we took all the dirt removed from the lake to literally build a mountain as natural fortification around the property. And we cut a tunnel through with flamethrowers, gassing systems, a steel wall that closes midway that could stop a 16-wheeler going 80 miles an hour, and bollards at both ends. Okay, so I have to ask the question, why go to so much trouble? If life is going to continue more or less as it has for the past few decades, why waste so much money? Obviously, the client that is paying for this island fortress is envisioning that the world is going to go mad, and I agree with the assessment. In fact, I believe that most chaotic chapters in all of human history are ahead of us. The billionaires that I have discussed in this article would not see eye to eye with me on all of the specifics, but they are certainly preparing for apocalyptic times too. What about you? Have you been getting prepared for what's coming? I hope so, because the clock is ticking. And this is by Michael Snyder on End of the American Dream. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. About the author, Michael Snyder's extremely controversial book entitled Chaos, available on paperback and for Kindle on Amazon. He's also written 7 other books that are available on Amazon, including End Times, 7-Year Apocalypse, Lost Prophecies of the Future of America, The Beginning of the End, and Living a Life That Really Matters, Commissions Earned. When you purchase any of Michael's books, you help to support the work that he's doing. You can also get his articles by email as soon as he publishes it by subscribing to his Substack newsletter. Michael has published thousands of articles on the economic collapse blog, End of the American Dream, Most Important News, and he always freely and happily allows others to republish those articles on their own websites. You can connect with Michael on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, and share his articles on your own social media accounts. It's definitely a great help. These are such troubled times that people need hope. John 3:16 tells us about the hope that God has given us through Jesus Christ. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. If you have not already done so, we strongly urge you to invite Jesus Christ to be your Lord and Savior today. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.